Have you ever noticed how your brain will replay the same negative thought over and over and over again? Even after you've thoroughly reviewed it and decided, yep, still awful. Same worry, same regret, same internal TED Talk titled, Everything I've Ever Done Wrong. And then you sit here wondering to yourself, is this my personality now? Why do I continue to do this to myself? And here's the deeply annoying truth. You're not broken, you're not weak, and you're not secretly addicted to sadness. Your brain is just incredibly committed to the bit. And once you understand why, you can stop treating your brain like a villain and more like an overly confident idiot. Your brain doesn't wake up asking, how can we make this guy feel fulfilled today? Nope, it asks, what worked yesterday? Cool, we're gonna do that forever. The brain loves efficiency. The brain loves routines. The brain loves shortcuts, even bad ones. And if you're here watching this video, you've probably spent years worrying, replaying mistakes, and emotionally beating yourself with a stick. Those thought patterns didn't necessarily become strong because they're true. They became strong because you've been rehearsing them like a Broadway play. And the annoying part? Negative thoughts still trigger dopamine. And we're not talking happy confetti dopamine, we're talking blue lights, cops, handcuffs dopamine. Then the stress hormones show up. Your heart rate pounds, body locks up, and all of a sudden you feel locked in, focused, and mildly heroic. So your brain does something incredibly dumb. It thinks, when I worry, I feel productive. When I spiral, at least I'm busy. When I criticize myself, I feel like I'm in control and doing something about it. Even though that what you're doing is absolute just trash avoidance. Congratulations, you trained your brain to think stress is usefulness. And here's where it really cements itself. The more you repeat a thought, the more your brain receptors accept it and dial it in to expect it. Just like caffeine, just like sugar, just like refreshing your news feed even though it's only been 11 seconds since you checked it last time. So calm starts to feel wrong. Silence starts to feel suspicious. And peace starts to feel like you've forgotten something incredibly important. So your brain goes, hey, shouldn't we be freaking out right now? Isn't there a problem that we haven't invented yet? So it invents one. Meanwhile, the emotional part of your brain is bench pressing panic every single day, and your logical brain is going,
hey, quick side note, I'm exhausted, and you never listen.
And this is why something can make absolutely no sense at all, but your brain is still completely hijacked by it. You're not a drama queen, you're not broken, you're just running mental software from 1200 BC and no one gave you the update. Okay, quick science detour, stay with me, not a TED Talk, I promise. So the amygdala has a couple jobs, but its main job is to answer one question and one question only. Are we about to die? That's it. That's pretty much its whole resume. Are we about to die? So back when we were hunter-gatherers, this thing was an absolute legend. Lion in the grass, amygdala fires. Snake on the trail, amygdala fires. Big ass storm coming to wipe out your whole village that you just spent 3 months rebuilding? Amygdala completely loses its shit. Back then, imminent danger meant teeth, venom, drowning, starvation, something crazy coming at you with claws. And in those situations, the amygdala was perfect. No overthinking, no judging, no sitting down and talking about how we feel. Just 3 things. Run, freeze, hit it with a fucking rock. 10 out of 10 survival system. Highly recommend if you're a caveman. And it does not know the difference between a lion, a tiger, an awkward email, 3 little dots messaging from your wife, or something dumb you did in 2014. And to the amygdala, a threat is a threat is a threat, and it sounds the alarm. And it hits the same alarm it always does. Heart rate up, hormones flowing, attention locked in. Even though the threat is your own thoughts, not a lion. You're sitting safely indoors, climate control, high-speed Wi-Fi, Starbucks at arm's reach, and your brain is going, this is it. This is how we die. So yeah, the amygdala isn't useless, it's just extremely overqualified for modern day life, and it's ready to go to war with 3 little dots wondering what's coming next. All right, so good news. The brain is just a bunch of neural networks. In the same way we wired them, we can rewire them. Which means the same way you trained this mess into existence, we're gonna train it out. But not with the barrage of positive thinking. Not today, Satan. We rewire it with a bunch of boring, unsexy repetition. First tool, notice without engaging. So when that negative thought loop shows up that you've been dealing with for years, don't argue with it, don't try to fix it, don't go on a 3-day mental retreat. Just say, hey, you again. And if you want to throw in a little bit of my style, give it one of these. That alone already weakens the loop. Second tool, pattern interruption. The amygdala is firing like you are about to get eaten by a shark or attacked by a bear. So let's do something that we normally wouldn't do if we were under attack.
All right, so what I want you to do is lay down on your back and put your hands in the air like a little puppy.
Oh, get off the floor, I'm fucking with you. But no, seriously, sit down, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, go get a glass of water. Just do anything that tells your nervous system we are not being hunted. That alone will turn the volume on that alarm down just a little bit. Third tool is just to reframe the situation. This is an email from my boss, not a shark attack. This is a text from my wife, not a flood that's about to wipe out my village. Simple reframing of it will turn that alarm system down just a little bit more. And after doing this time and time and time again, your amygdala will start to turn the volume down on that alarm so that everything doesn't seem like a catastrophe. We're absolutely not chasing happiness here. We're just turning the volume down on that alarm system. And your brain will hate this at first, because unfamiliar seems unsafe. But slowly, calm stops feeling boring. Neutral stops feeling dull. And your brain stops screaming at you just to feel alive. So if your brain keeps dragging you into negative thought loops, it's not because you're broken. It's because your brain trained something long enough that you got really, really good at it. Same way you trained it in, you can train it out. Acknowledge, pattern interruption, reframe the situation. It's boring, it sucks, but it works.